Fstoppers.com has teamed up with Mike Kelley one final time to produce Where Art Meets Architecture 3. In this tutorial, we cover everything you need to know about the business of architectural photography, as well as the tips and tricks necessary to photograph hotels and resorts. You're watching the behind-the-scenes series on the creation of this tutorial, and if you'd like to learn more about the full product, head over to fstoppers.com/store.
Today is the day we're going to start filming Mike shooting lessons. So he's been shooting for the last 2 days, getting images that his client wants, and then today is kind of reserved for us.
All right, so I want to teach you about a tool that I use all the time when I'm photographing architecture. It's an app called Sun Surveyor, and when you use it, you'll actually be able to know exactly where the sun is going to be at any given time of the day. Now, I kind of had an idea earlier when we were shooting this house. I started to see some sunlight come through those big, giant windows at the front of the house, and I thought, it would be so cool if the sun actually came right through the open front door and washed over everything in the home. Now, it's actually a pretty tight area for the sun to come through, so I wanted to make sure that it would work. And I pulled out my app, and it actually showed me that, yes, in fact, the sun would be exactly where we needed it.
It's like the shot list never ends for this house. Every 20 minutes I hear, why don't we get this shot? What about this shot? Did we get this shot? I think he said he shot 30 pictures. I think it's way more than that. So Bernardo has hired a chef the last night we're here to cook us a dinner. So we're actually back here filming lessons, and in the kitchen, they're busy cooking us a meal. So let's check out what's happening here.
At this point, everything was going really well. I was so excited to try this incredible meal from this private chef. And then all of a sudden, I started to feel a little sick.
So I think Lee's about to throw up. He's acting really sick. Let's go see what he's doing. How do you feel? Horrible.
Like, I feel like I am just like on the verge of throwing up, but if I make myself throw up, like maybe there won't be anything and I'll just be gagging.
Always, if you're feeling sick, it's always best to just force yourself to throw up, and then you're done. It looks like you had like an old man accident. Like you slipped and fell. You need that life alert, you know, the button. It's like, help me, I've fallen.
As time went on, things only got worse.
Dude, where are you going? The one day we had to film, and you didn't even make this. This is a disaster. Oh my gosh, what are you about to do? Explosive diarrhea? You think you got food poisoning?
At this point, I'm guessing, but I don't know.
While I went in search of a toilet, Patrick continued filming.
Good luck.
As far as the composition goes, I tried to find a balance between going too wide and too narrow. So what I've got here is actually relatively wide, but I found the perfect spot where I don't diminish the furniture. I'm a good distance from it so that it's not distorted, and everything seems to fall into place. And again, I'm using those really strong leading lines in the walls and the ceiling to pull the viewer's eye all the way through this photo. It would be crazy not to show this incredible walkway which goes all the way from the front of the house. It's probably a good 250 feet all the way out to the pool behind me. Now, like I said, I've been here for 3 days. I've got the opposite shot as well, which is from that hallway all the way out across the pool, all the way to the ocean and the sky beyond. So this is the 17mm tilt shift. I would normally hesitate to use this, but because this is such a big space, I can get far enough away from everything so that it's not distorted. Now, while we're waiting for the light to fall and become perfect, let's just take a look and appreciate how much interior light there is here and what it's doing for the photo. And if you look, like I said, it's like a huge softbox. Everything already has a spotlight on it. It's like literally like we have one of those big Chimera softboxes for a car, and we just put the entire interior under that, and it perfectly lit it from above.
It's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
Last lesson in Mexico.
Good Lord.
It's time to eat. Ooh la la. This looks incredible. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Lee, what do you think? How is it? How's the meal? Pretty good, just a little. said, what a bad day to get sick. And everyone's like, who? What? Lee? Huh?
Totally forgot about Lee.
You forgot him.
I did.
Lee's supposed to be right here.
That's really sad.
Eating like chocolate tart with,
Are you doing FaceTime with Lee?
No, I should. He wouldn't answer. That'd be cruel. It's better when he's like in good spirits and healthy, and then he goes and edits the behind the scenes and finds this footage. That's way better, because then he can laugh about it. But right now, he'd be like, I don't even care.
I can hear him already. I'm like, God damn it.
Gracias.
Yeah, it's probably not going to be really good because it
Looks good.
idiots. It's like it took me 5 seconds to like react to it, and by that time I was like, oh, okay.
They have these at Walmart. They were like $5. They had. What's going on? You have dysentery?
I don't know if it's salmonella or food poisoning or what.
Here you go. You look like death, man. You want to go parasailing? Hell no. Unfortunately, as you probably saw, Lee got pretty sick. And I don't know if he has food poisoning or what, but he's in bed all day. So it is my duty as a wingman, as a partner, as an experienced traveler to at least take advantage of this amazing place that we're at. So it's only right and fair, right, that I see what this place has to offer. Just left the cave diving. It's one of the coolest things I've done. And now I'm off to Tulum to see Mayan pyramid by the ocean, and then I'm going to go to a little rainforest town called Koba. So I just got a massage. I got a little iced coffee and a GoPro strap for my body so I can take it to this adventure park. Wonder what Lee's doing right now.
It has now been 48 hours since I was hit with what I assume was food poisoning. And the night that it happened was the third worst night of my entire life. The second and first worst nights of my entire life were the first and second time I ever had food poisoning. I still feel so bad, like I haven't left the bed.
All right, we're here at Explore, and this is gonna be the nighttime version. They got like flames going on in here. Look at this place. Lee, you should be a little jealous. I wonder what Lee's doing right now.
Patrick,
Yeah.
come here. What have you done today?
I drove around. I went to a few places. I saw the area.
Okay. This is probably one of the worst trips of my entire life. So I don't think things could have gone any worse for me. I guess I could have gotten in a car wreck or died or something. This entire trip, here's what I've done. We went out to eat at 2 restaurants. I believe the second of the restaurants made me sick. We went over to the house once, and then I came back and I laid in bed for the rest of the trip.
It's pretty productive.
I'm gonna have to go home today and get a MRI and then maybe have surgery, and then who knows how long I'll be out. Somebody messaged Patrick, who lives here, and was like, oh my gosh, I didn't know you guys were in town. Can we have lunch before you leave?
What was your name?
Lucas.
Lucas and Walter, and we have quite the seafood selection here. Thank you guys so much. This is an incredible meal. Good conversation. Great way to wrap up the trip.
All right, so we finished up lunch. It was very nice. Those guys were super cool. But now we are heading to the rental car place, and then we have to head to the airport. I'm nervous that we could potentially miss our flight. And I don't think I have ever wanted to go home more in my entire life than I do right now.
So it looks like we're gonna end this trip much like we started it. Soon we'll be taking him to a nursing home and checking him in, making sure he has someone to change his clothes and prepare a meal. So we just made it back to Charleston. So now that we're home, how do you think that part of the tutorial went?
Horribly.
Horribly? Do you think people are gonna enjoy the house?
I think like the tutorial's fine.
Everything's gonna be good now, right?
No, I'm going to get an MRI and then go get surgery.
Do you think that's what's gonna happen?
Probably going to get a lot worse for me.
Does the surgery make the behind the scenes episode?
Maybe.
Join us next week to see if the surgery makes the behind the scenes video. Today I had an MRI and I had an orthopedic surgeon check it out, and he showed me the MRI, and on my tibia, my lower bone, there's actually a crack on the inside of the bone, which you can see in the MRI. And as always, to learn more about the full tutorial, head over to fstoppers.com/store.